Hi everyone, we're going to do two problems. We're going to combine two functions, and the first problem is going to be f of x equals the square root of x, and g of x equals 3x minus 5. And the second one we're going to do is f of x equals the absolute value of x. Let me erase this little dot here. Alright. And g of x equals x. And that's x. Alright. And what we're going to do is find f plus g of x, f minus g of x, f times g of x, and f divided by g of x. And we're going to do that for both of these problems. And the main thing is finding the domain. So basically, we're going to start with the first one. We're going to do, and I suggest you write these down. So we're going to first find f plus g of x. And that's going to equal absolute value of x plus x. You just can't combine those. I mean, you can't add them up any other way but that. And our domain is all real numbers. And for b, f minus g of x is going to be the same kind of thing. And the domain is all real numbers. And then we're going to multiply these two. F times g of x. And that's just going to be x, absolute value of x times x. And the domain of that is all real numbers. And the last one is the one we have to worry about. That's going to be absolute value of x over x. And that's going to be all real numbers. But x cannot be 0, because you can't divide by 0. So that one's pretty easy. The next one is, or I kind of skipped one, so let's go back. We have f of x equals the square root of x. We have g of x equals 3x minus 5. So we're going to do number 1, or A, f plus g of x. And what we're going to get is square root of x plus 3x minus 5. Now in this one we have to worry about this piece right here. So since this is all together, we know for this one x has to be greater than or equal to 0. So our domain is all real numbers. However, or such that x has to be greater than or equal to 0. Okay? Because you have to consider this when you put them together. Now for b, we have f minus g of x, which is kind of the same thing, but with minus. When you minus that, it's going to distribute, so I'm just going to do it that way, because you have to distribute the negative. And it's going to be the same thing. The domain is all real numbers, however, or such that x has to be greater than or equal to 0, mainly because of this piece that's included. Now when you multiply, you're going to get f times g of x, and that's going to be square root of x times 3x minus 5. And you just leave it like that. And it's going to be the same as this here. It's all real numbers. But because of this piece here, all your x's have to be greater than or equal to 0. And the last one is f over g of x. Now this one, got to be careful. So we have square root of x over 3x minus 5. Now, this is in the numerator, but it still has to be greater than or equal to 0. So, also, so we already have that. So it's all real numbers, but x has to be greater than or equal to 0 because you can't have a negative in that. In this part, we can't divide by 0, so this cannot equal 0. So let's see what that would be. This cannot equal 0. So the way you would write that is you just put a comma here, and you have two conditions here. It must be greater than or equal to 0. At the same time, when it is greater than or equal to 0, it cannot be this one value, which is 5 over 3. Okay? And that's all. The next set we're going to have are square root functions. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.